Hello, hello. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Sorry we're a little bit late. We had to make some changes here behind the scenes. My guest, Aries Tarrington, awesome content creator from Six Scale Cantina, been on the show before. Great guy in the community. Unfortunately, had some personal issues come up, some emergencies, family emergencies come up. So we sent him positive vibes. We sent him positive energy. And just wishing him and his family very well. In honor of Aries, however, I do have a little something that came in that I finally got super excited to add to the collection. So in honor of Aries, I thought I would put this here on the have it right here with me as I'm doing this live stream this evening. So super excited about this. I have the Hot Toys Ahsoka Tano. Finally, been waiting. I know some people started getting these about a month ago or something, and finally I have mine, and she's just amazing. Just incredible. I haven't posed her or anything. I just took her out of the box before this stream about a half hour ago, and yeah, just gorgeous figure. Really, truly a gorgeous figure. So again, in honor of Aries, I have her right here. So again, sending positive vibes to Aries and his family. And, we'll definitely have him back on the show in the coming weeks. Next week, we'll be off because it is a Star Wars Celebration. And I will be attending Star Wars Celebration, at least on Saturday. So I will not be, no social hour next week. So again, happy Friday. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for hanging out. Sorry we're a few minutes late, just trying to get everything settled on the back end going into this stream since we had those last minute changes. But yeah, happy Friday. It's great that it's the weekend. We're really looking forward to this weekend because it's my last kind of a normal weekend for a while. I'm going to be really busy starting next weekend, what with celebration and then just a bunch of things that are coming up in my personal life that I have to attend to. So it's going to be super busy. After this weekend. This is my last real true weekend, I think, for a long time. But yeah, let's see who's hanging out with us this evening. Looking forward to talking some toys. We got Tyler. Hello, Tyler. How are you? We got Paul in the house. Hey, Paul, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. We got Mary. Mary, how are you doing? Good to see you. Happy Friday. We got Paul. Hey, Paul, how are you doing? Yep, we were delayed as I dropped a couple of notes in the chat a little bit after. Yep, that's me. Adam, how's it going? Good to have you in here. So we have two Pauls. I just realized we have two Pauls in the house this evening. Pico B1, welcome. Thank you for coming in today. And we've got Milky Way Skywalker. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in. Good to see you again. Jurassic Dave. Dave, how are you doing? Happy Friday. We got Alex in the house. Alex, how is it going? Good little crowd forming up here. Very good little crowd. Got Jason in the house. Jason, how are you doing? It's good to see you. All right. Good stuff. We got Greg. Hey, Greg, how you doing? We got Norman. Thank you for coming back, Norman. Good to see you. Glad we didn't scare you off completely. But yeah, so it's good to see you guys. Lots of stuff going on in the toy world. Lots of stuff happening. It's been a very expensive time. If you're collecting Star Wars, if you're collecting Jurassic, if you're collecting so many other things, it's just a really expensive time. Pre-orders are charging, things are being shipped. It feels like all the stuff that was delayed from the earlier part of the year is finally starting to ship out, whether it's Hot Toys, whether it's Hasbro, whether it's Mattel, whether it's X, Y, and Z from all these other companies we follow and collect. So very busy time, very expensive time. So, and a bit annoying because, you pre-order these things thinking that, that's 3 months from now, 6 months from now, me's problem. But then they all charge at once and it's like, holy cow. That's where we're at. Everything is charging and it's a very, very expensive time for everybody. But that's what we do, right? That's our hobby. And it's not the worst hobby to have. If you're here, then you probably like toys. So, all right. Best time of the week, Friday nights with the Cantina crowd. Absolutely. We have the best crowd out of any live stream. Hit the like button, you guys. I know that we have the best crowds here. Lots of stuff is coming now. Absolutely. It's been raining toys. Peak Obi-Wan, what are you most excited for with Celebration? I am most excited to meet Ian McDiarmid. I'm going to be meeting him at Celebration, and I love the Emperor. He's one of my most favorite characters in all of Star Wars. He's like one of my top 5. I'm going to be meeting Ian McDiarmid, and I'm stoked for that. I'm so stoked. Not only that, but we are doing a creator meetup on Saturday outside of the convention center. I believe it's 2:00 or so, or 2:30. I think it's 2:00. We put the information on social media, but Dan O from the Dano channel, good friend of the channel. We've partnered with him on Cantina Chatter podcast and on a bunch of stuff. He's been really sweet, and he's organized this huge creator meetup at Star Wars Celebration, and it's going to be happening outside the convention center at 2:00, I believe, on Saturday. And there's going to be a multitude of people. It's going to be like the Avengers. It's going to be like a gathering of all these content creators that celebrate and love Star Wars. So it's going to be cool. So I'm really looking forward to anybody in here that makes it out there. Anybody else that likes what we do here. You don't want to see these other creators because there's far better creators that are going to be there than me. But it's going to be really fun interacting with them and just having a place for our viewers, followers, and friends to come and hang out with us for just a little bit. So if you want the details on that, once again, I posted on my Instagram and on Twitter last week. I believe it's 2:00 outside the Anaheim Convention Center on Saturday. So I'm looking forward to seeing as many of you as I possibly can. It's going to be super cool. Yes, I pre-ordered a few Marvel Legends Sleep. Very cool. I have not. I'm trying to cut down on anything that's not Star Wars and not Jurassic, because for those two especially, it's been just a hugely expensive time. So I'm really trying to cut back as best I can. Can't wait for Kenobi. I know, we got 2 episodes next week. Yeah, and then we don't even have to wait a whole week to get another episode. I'm stoked for Obi-Wan. Like, give it to me. Like, more than any other series they've done, like, this is the one that I've been, like, waiting for and excited about. Like, I am stoked. Can't wait. I know, right? BBTS is killing me, Big Bad Toy Store, but that plastic crack high is thrilling. Yeah, absolutely. What can you do? You can't do anything about that plastic crack high. Once it hits you, you are completely under the domineering control of the plastic crack high. It's unavoidable. It's going to get you. It's going to get you. Everything is expensive. That too, Dave. Pre-orders are one thing, but price increases across the board are just out of this world. Price increases are really impacting us. Some lines more than others. Hasbro is really ramping up pricing on a lot of things, and that's because they're not even doing the plastic-free thing yet. I look forward to seeing what you do at Celebration. I hope I do a lot of things. I hope I get to see a lot of cool things, but we'll see. I'm not really going there to work. I mean, I usually do that for Comic-Con. I'll go and I'll film stuff, make videos, and interview people and talk to people. This time, I kind of just want to go to Celebration and just enjoy it. I probably will be making a video because that's what I do. But I really want to go as a fan and just kind of enjoy it and get the whole, like, the last Celebration I went to was in 2007. It's been a long time. It was in LA. And I loved it. But it's been too long, and I kind of want to go and kind of not recreate that experience, but kind of just be a Star Wars fan and just be immersed in that environment and just see what there is to buy, see what there is to see who I run into, see who comes to hang out, all that kind of stuff. Unlimited power. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, do it. Couch conning this year. Right on. Yeah, it's really cool that they still, I believe they're live streaming all the panels. That's what I've been doing the last couple of times. So yeah, it's a good option. Save the TVC bubble. I know we got to get this hashtag trending. We need more of us though. I can't just, I know I really want to get this trending. Save the TVC bubble, but I need everybody's help. Ian is super friendly. That would be so fun. I cannot wait to meet the guy. Yeah, he just seems great. And I've always been one of my favorite characters. And yeah, that's going to be fun. So much coming up in the next few weeks. This is the biggest month for Star Wars since 2005. Revenge of the Sith. We got May the 4th. We got the Obi-Wan series. We got Celebration. this is a big month for Star Wars. Like even the year that Solo came out, 2018, it was May 2018, 4 years ago. Whoa, where does the time go? Like not even that was this big. Not even that was this big. This is a huge time for Star Wars, a great time if you're a Star Wars fan, and a great opportunity to just be immersed in Star Wars. Which, you know, then on the other hand, you have Jurassic, right? It's a big time for Jurassic too, with Dominion coming up. Thank you, Dave. I certainly will. I certainly will enjoy. Yeah, so I want to come back over here to Ahsoka for a minute. So again, sending positive vibes to Aries and his loved ones. And I'm sad he couldn't make it, but I understand emergencies come up, and you know, we wish him well. We'll see him again in the coming weeks for sure. This Ahsoka is marvelous. This Ahsoka is marvelous. I mean, look at that. She is beautiful, beautiful. Hey, Ahsoka. She's got the rolling eyes. She's got a bunch of accessories. She's got a cloak. She's got lightsabers, plenty of stuff. And like, I just got her out of the box like an hour ago or so, and I haven't even had time to pose her. She's just on the base, but she is really, really, really something. I can't wait to get her in the shelf along with Captain Rex and the 501st, and that's going to be fun. I can't wait to do that. I'm probably going to work on that this weekend if I get a chance. So, other than that, trying to think what else has come in this week. Not a whole lot. I think last week when we were on here, I showed you guys the vintage collection, the latest wave, because that had just come in. And we unboxed the Mandalorian Death Watch Mandalorian and from the vintage collection. And, you know, all the other figures, I showed them to you guys. And, you know, really cool stuff. So I haven't received anything new for vintage. I believe, oh no, actually I'm lying. I did. Entertainment Earth did send me a case of 8 501st vintage collection clone troopers, which, you know, I needed more of them. So you can probably kind of see them right here. They're lined up. Maybe not because my head's in the way. Right here on this little shelf. Got the 501st. Not just the new ones, but also I have older ones from the last, 15 years or whatever. Pretty much all the 501st. I have at least one of each different variation they've ever made. And I'm still working on that bottom shelf. I actually like took the turbo tank out the other night and I dusted the area. I got to do, once I finish dusting my shelves, I got to start all over. So it's a never ending thing. But yeah, I got to get the rest of the clone stuff back up here. I had taken it off because I was cleaning. But yeah, so good stuff. New TVC and Black Series, I think, is shipping some new stuff. I did get the gaming grades. I think it's the Umbara ARC Trooper from Battlefront. That did come in. I haven't opened it yet. Looks cool. But that's about it. I haven't really gotten anything too new for Star Wars other than Ahsoka, other than those clones, other than the Umbara Trooper. But it is a busy time. Things are processing, things are shipping, and it's unpredictable because sometimes they'll let you know, like, hey, by the way, that thing you ordered is coming in next week, or in 10 days, we're going to process this. Sometimes they just process it and it just shows up. And you're like, whoa, wait a second. I forgot this is coming in. Let me check the budget. Okay, we're okay. But yeah, that kind of hurts a little bit. So excited about Hayden's return. Me too, Greg. I cannot wait. I mean, you know, the prequels, I know a lot of people at the time, you know, weren't huge fans of the prequels. Like I was still growing up. I was still like a minor, like when these movies came out, and I still loved them. And you know, I knew, even at the time, I knew, okay, Phantom Menace, you know, I don't like it as much as the originals, but I like it. It's fun. It's Star Wars. And same with the other two prequels. And I mean, yeah, so that's a big thing for me. Like Revenge of the Sith is one of my favorite Star Wars movies. I think I put it in my top 3. I love Revenge of the Sith. I always have. It's just an adventure, and it's great. And I cannot wait to see these characters back again. Yeah, new Hammond Collection, reveals this week. So we're getting the new Triceratops, we're getting Ceratosaurus, we're getting Dr. Grant, Gallimimus is coming soon. We'll probably talk about that in a little bit. I still have none of the new TVC, but found the last droids figures. Oh, awesome. Awesome. So I think that they said they would be shipping those. I got an email from Target. They're going to process them, I think, next week. Bosk's Bounty had already sent me the Boba Fett and the R2 just because I was being, a little bit of a worrywart about those, thinking I wasn't going to get them. And no, but thankfully they're sending them out. So yeah, extras. Never a bad thing to have extras of figures that, are popular and that you like. Wow, whole case amazing, up to 6 Death Watch. Yeah, so little hack here. If you order 8 of any vintage collection figure on Entertainment Earth, they will send you a case. They will send you a complete case with those figures. And that's because they order single packs of all of these figures. You can buy a case that's a mix and match that has like the case assortment, or you can buy a case that is just a solid case of 8 of whatever figure it is. So you can definitely do that with a 501st. And because all of these figures have code names, that 501st Trooper, I'm trying to remember what the name was. It did have a code name on it. It was like Howard or something. It says like Clone Trooper Howard or something on it, on the box, which isn't their name. It's just that code name that they, I don't think it was Howard. It was something along those lines. That maybe if one of my friends from SWTVC is in here, they can remind me what it is. But it had a funny, like really funny name. It was something like Howard. Something like Howard. Is it true what they say? If you buy one Hot Toys, you're hooked on buying more? Because that's how I feel about Mezco. Yes. Yes. So you cannot buy one Hot Toys without buying more Hot Toys. That's just impossible. My first Hot Toys was Princess Leia from A New Hope. This was the year that Rogue One came out. And my husband was like, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas? And it was like, I want Leia from A New Hope. That's what I want. I want my first Hot Toys. And, I think a week later, Carrie Fisher passed. So it made it even more special for me. But yeah, it started with that one. And now I have 3D Toffs full of them. And that's not even all of them. I have a bunch in storage. But yeah, you can't just buy one. You can buy one, but you're not going to want to stop at one. I just ordered a Mission Fleet Ahsoka Jedi Starfighter. Didn't even know about it. I didn't even know about that. Send me the link, Greg. That sounds cool. The droids Boba finally coming. Absolutely. People are finding it at Target. That's what happened to me once I got my first SH Monstars. Now I almost saw them. Whoa, that's impressive, Jason. That is super impressive. You know which one I didn't get, Jason, that I really wanted was the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Like I saw way before they had announced it, I saw it at Comic-Con and I was like, I need this. I want this. I got to have it. But I missed when it got announced officially, or I missed when it went on pre-order, and I never got it. And to this day, I have huge regret that I wasn't aware of it going on pre-order, going on sale. And it seems like a really rare toy because you don't really see them on eBay. You don't really see them on like even YouTube videos. There's not really many of them. So I don't know if I just got really unlucky that in that time and missed it. But that's the one that I absolutely majorly regret is the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, SH Monster Arts. Oh, Greg, and you sent me the link. I see. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. That was really quick and really sweet. It's all going to come. It's all going to come when I'm at Celebration. Oh, yeah. Well, looking forward to seeing you there, Milky Skywalker. Hope that we cross paths. Maybe at the meetup, we'll see you there. Alex, yep, very expensive times. I would kill to see Hayden watching Clone Wars to get prepared for Kenobi. I know, right? Norman, have you seen the fan-made Obi-Wan has PTSD? I think I have. I think I have seen that fan film. Been a couple of years if it's the one I'm thinking, but I think I have. Definitely thinking it for myself. The time and repeated older people's views on the prequels. I'm glad a new generation is showing love finally. Absolutely. I mean, I was young enough to just enjoy them, even though I had been exposed to the original trilogy before the prequels. I got to see the special editions in the theater, and that was really cool. But even before that, I was already collecting Star Wars. So it was a good time to grow up with the prequels, I think. And then Yeah. So I mean, Star Wars is Star Wars. I said it before. There's no such thing, in my opinion, as bad Star Wars. Star Wars is Star Wars. There may be Star Wars that isn't for you, and that's okay. There's so much Star Wars, which is what's great about it, that you can pick and choose what you like about it and focus your energies on whatever it is that you appreciate about Star Wars. So if there's something you don't like, that's all right. That's okay. Hey Jay, how you doing? I somehow missed the Chewbacca retro prototype pre-order, and I'm kind of okay with that. Mostly they just don't work as well as with non-armored characters. I missed it too. I was at work, and I honestly just forgot. Like I could have probably looked for it on my break, and I just forgot. It's just, just super hectic. And I don't think I've gotten a single one of those on pre-order, actually. I think that I've missed every single one of them because they just sell out like that. I have gotten all of them thanks to people in the community that have been really kind and helped me out. And I think the Vader did go back in stock later, and I did get some more of them. But I was able to get that one because of that reason. But yeah, I do want the Chewbacca. I want a couple of those at least. One to open, one to not open. Mobile Recluse, good to see you. A New Hope Leia was my first Hot Toys too. Oh well, cheers, Adam. That is it's an amazing figure. It really is. That is one that I'll never take off display. I just love seeing her there. It's the only character I have from A New Hope, and I just love her. She's gorgeous. Great story. Yeah, secondary market on those figures are ridiculous. Yeah, if anybody catches wind of one, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, ASH Figure Arts, let me know. Monster Arts, let me know because I really want it. Are you going to be picking up the Hot Toys Django? I am tempted to add it. Yes, I have been making. So the dangerous thing about Hot Toys sideshows, more specifically, is that you can do payment plans, and I don't always do the payment plans, but if it's a figure that I'm not quite that I am excited about, but not necessarily as in a hurry to get, I will do the payment plans on it. And that is one that I did do payment plans on, and I think it's going to process next month, hopefully. It's been delayed like the last 2 months or 3 months. But yeah, I am getting Django. He looks great. I saw the unsealed and reveal sideshow did, and look good. In case it hasn't been mentioned, what's the word on the street about VC or Black Series exclusive for this year's convention? I hope to see something new and cool. I have not heard anything, and I'm going to just zoom this down because it's blocking my face. I have not seen anything official at this point for Celebration. I don't know about Comic-Con. There may be something. There probably will be something for Comic-Con, I would assume. But for Celebration, nothing has been announced, which is unusual because it's only a week away. So I would assume that if there was going to be a Celebration exclusive for Vintage Collection or for Black Series, it would have been announced already, but there's nothing yet. So I don't think there's going to be one. I hope I'm wrong. Rolando, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, so exciting times. There's definitely a lot of collecting stuff happening. All across the board. I'm so excited for Celebration. I need that. I need to just go to a convention with a bunch of like-minded people. They're not always the most glamorous things to attend, to be honest, especially San Diego Comic-Con. That can be a chore. Like really, you're just completely mentally, emotionally, and physically drained after a day at Comic-Con. Star Wars Celebration, I don't remember being that way, but I need that energy. I need that fan energy. I think we will get the Kazian Andor preview. I don't know. It'd be nice if we got a trailer. Now that Obi-Wan is coming out, it'd be nice if we got a trailer for Kazian. Because that's already coming. Gosh, later this year, is it? I think it's later this year. Like in the fall. So it would be nice to see the trailer for Kazian for sure. Like-minded people are so refreshing. Absolutely. I know my first con after lockdown was much needed, but a little overwhelming for sure. For sure. Yeah, so let's take a look at some of these Hammond Collection items that went up for pre-order. So these are really cool. I love what they're doing. I really do. Ooh, pre-order sold out of these guys. I didn't even know they did. But can we see them? Yes, we can. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so you guys can see what we're talking about here. So these are the new Hammond Collection figures that were announced. Was it yesterday or the day before? I think Wednesday. So the first one is Dr. Alan Grant, $12.99. And I know that Mattel's forte isn't human figures, so that in mind, I am kind of flexible with what they do with these guys. This is better than the Legacy Collection version, though. It has more articulation. Look at the knees. They have that double hinge joint. My friend John Miko from the Vintage Collection Facebook group remarked about how his lower torso, for lack of a better word, looks unusual. And yeah, kind of does. But again, it's Mattel. I mean, the wrists, they look like ankles. I know I made this remark with Ian Malcolm. They look like cankles. But on his wrists, are they wrinkles? He's got the glasses. They come off, they come on. I like the hat. The hat's nice, and I like that texture. That texture looks really cool. He's got a baby raptor that doesn't have painted eyes and also looks kind of weird because the head's like really, really, really big. And he's holding it with a glove. Check that out. I didn't even notice this. I guess he has a gloved hand, so he can hold the raptor. And he looks angry too. Look at his face. He looks like he's like gonna throw it or something. Don't do it, Dr. Grant. You're better than that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So I think he's got a couple heads, right? Because there's this one here that looks, his mouth's open, a little angry looking. And then there's this one where the mouth is closed. I'm not sure which one I like better. There's some more photos here. Okay, so there's the angry, mouth open, stern head. He's got the raptor claw. And then he's got the normal head on his head. The normal head on his head, if that makes sense. He's got the flare, gloved hand. We call it the Michael Jackson hand. He's got the glove. And then he's got the baby raptor. So pretty cool. $12.99. You really can't go bad with the price for that. $12.99 is really not too bad considering what you're getting. Like I said, it's not the vintage collection quality, but it's better than anything they've done in this scale for human figures before. So, as I always say, better is better. Better is better. They also announced the Ceratosaurus. Of course, from Jurassic Park 3. This is a really cool looking one too. I really appreciate how this looks. Like it just looks really articulated. I like the sculpted detail on it. It just looks very textured. It looks very look at that. That's really cool. Lots of striation, lots of sculpted scaling and painted claws, lots of joints. This is I think they mentioned in this Beyond the Gates video. They said that, this is the collector line. They said it specifically. This is the Jurassic World Mattel collector line. So they are figures of a higher caliber than what you would get in just the general Mattel line. Look at that. That looks really good. Look at the eye. That looks cool. The only little gripe I have, and it's probably being kind of nitpicky, is that I feel like it doesn't look so bad here, but going back over here, the lower jaw doesn't really blend very well with the neck. But when I look at it here, it doesn't look quite as bad. But yeah, they painted the lower jaw red and they didn't really blend it into the neck so well. So I think it makes it a little bit slightly jarring, but I guess it depends on how you have it posed. But yeah, this looks really good, guys. I really like this. And I've been really pleased with the Amber collection. I just noticed they didn't paint the dew claws on these guys. You can see them right there. And they didn't paint them. Same thing with the baryonyx. They didn't paint the dew claws on them. So, I mean, that's kind of a little bit of a nitpick too, I guess. There's the box. Very simplistic, elegant. I dig it. And then we have the Triceratops. So this one, I know people were a little frustrated with this one because they said it was going to be undersized, so they were predicting. I think it looks in pretty good scale, to be honest. I think it looks bigger than the current one that they've been releasing year after year after year in multiple paint schemes. I think it looks better. I do feel like it looks a little weird from like right here when you look at it head on. It might be the angle, but I don't know. It just looks a little, the expression or something. It reminds me of that Triceratops. If you've ever seen the TV show Dinosaur from the 90s, like remember the big boss, or was he a Stegosaurus? I don't even remember, but it kind of looks like that a little bit. Like the face kind of has that same sort of expression or something. Like, yeah, like, I don't know. It just, to me, it looks a little cartoony or something. Like, I mean, I don't think it's terrible, but it looks a little goofy or something. I don't know. A little derpy, maybe. It's a little strange. I do appreciate the paint. They painted it very nicely. They painted the beak separate. They did give him a little bit of, or her a little bit of a paint wash, very slight. The paint is pretty nice. The paint is pretty nice. This is going to be the most accurate Jurassic Park 3¾ Triceratops you can get from a mass-producing toy company. So, you know, it's nice. You can even put in the laying down position. So that's kind of cool. Unfortunately, the beak does not open. The horns look pretty good too. I feel like maybe they're a little overdone. Like, I don't know. I know in the movie they're really cracked looking and stuff, but like, I don't know, they look especially worn here. But, you know, I can nitpick. It's still better than anything we've ever gotten in the scale for a toy. So, yeah, it looks great. Great silhouette for sure. The pose is good. And, you know, the fact that you get all this articulation is really nice. Like from the side, it looks a lot better than from the front, I think. Or from this angle, it looks pretty good too. I like how there's an articulation in the middle of the tail. This one, they did not paint the claws, like her toes, but maybe that's accurate to the movie. I need to go back and I don't remember, honestly. But yeah, like this angle just looks weird to me. This angle just looks a little weird to me, but overall, I dig it. I think it looks great. I'm really excited about these. All of these pre-orders sold out, which, you know, it's not really a huge problem if you missed it, because Target is really good about restocking things that sell out when it comes to Jurassic. Not so much Star Wars, but with Jurassic, they do restock. Mattel does a really good job with their distribution. They do a really good job with restocks. So if you missed out on this pre-order, I wouldn't sweat it. I don't know if maybe they're going on Amazon at some point, like Wave 1 did. So there's that possibility too. But yeah, Amber Collection is coming along really nicely. I'm really pleased with what Mattel's been doing with Amber Collection. Hammond Collection. I keep mixing them up. Like the whole line is really good. I've really enjoyed, and I am currently working on a video about the Hammond Collection. The Hammond Collection is really well executed. It really is. This is the kind of thing that, and I know we talked about these other ones previously. You know, these are the kind of thing that collectors have been wanting from Mattel. These are the kind of things that fans have been wanting from any toy company for the last 20 plus years. You know, for me personally, I don't think anything really touches Kenner, at least when it comes to the dinosaurs, like the big dinosaurs, especially, because I have a lot of nostalgia, and it's kind of hard to beat nostalgia. Unfortunately, you know, I'm very biased because of my nostalgia for the Kenner line. But there's no dispute that even if I harbor that sentiment, that there has not been something of this caliber for Jurassic Park fans in this scale since the Kenner days. So even if you, I said it last week, but even if you're completely skipping the Mattel Jurassic World mainline, I would say at least get the the Hammond Collection. I do it again. The Hammond Collection. At least go in on the Hammond Collection. You don't want to miss out on that. I think that once these sell out, they're going to become very expensive. And yeah, don't miss out on them. They're really good, and they're really reasonable in terms of the prices, considering what you're getting. I mean, and that's one thing Mattel always does with pricing, is they are very consistent. They sell at a fair price, and they barely increase their prices. I don't know how they do it, but like compared to Hasbro, is consistently raising their prices like Mattel. I don't know what they do. I don't know how they do it. They must have some magic formula and pixie dust or something, but they manage to not have to raise prices very much, if at all in some cases. All right, so I want to take a look and see what you guys are talking about here. The Ray-Bans. Yep, Dr. Grant and his big Ray-Bans. I'm new to Jurassic Collecting. Miss out on the T-Rex, hoping I get an opportunity at it. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Like I said, Mattel is just awesome at restocks, so I don't think that's going to be an issue at all. Looks like he's packing it. It does look like Dr. Grant be wearing a diaper under those khakis. What's the size on these? Price and style def reminds me of Vintage Collection or Victoria's Cantina. Which one? 3 3/4 inch scale. Vintage Collection scale, but cheaper. These figures make awesome background ACBA for your toyography. Yep, I haven't really done toy photography in a long time, but would be cool to photograph them. Event Horizon. What's great about the Hammond Collection line is you'll most likely find it on the pegs. Absolutely, I can't say that about very many other lines. I really can't. Star Wars, I mean, forget it. I can't find that stuff unless it's Lando. Nowhere to go but up after the Amber Collection release. Totally, Dave. They're doing a really awesome job. Look at the quality, motion, and posability equals value, if you ask me. Yeah, for sure. I always say this, for me, the most important thing is the sculpt. It has to look like what it looked like in the movie. Otherwise, what's the point? But when you're talking about Hasbro, when you're talking about Mattel, these are toy companies. So you have to make concessions when you're talking about things like articulation, when you're talking about things like play features, when you're talking about things like accessories. There's a lot of factors that come into planning a mass-produced product. And I think that you have to have some you have to be a little lenient in some of these areas when you're critiquing some of this stuff. But yeah, I mean, totally. What you're getting for the price, incredible. Hoping Ellie comes with a raincoat. Yeah, Dave, that'd be cool. I'd love that. Are they more durable than Star Wars figures? I would like the humans. I would say so overall. I haven't had any issues with them. Yeah, like if you're comparing I'm going to say it again, a Hammond Collection to a Vintage Collection, I would say the QC is comparable. I would say that the overall quality is comparable. The dinosaurs, I mean, there's nothing really for me to compare with Hasbro for Star Wars with that, but they're really good quality overall. Very durable. Like in general, the Mattel line is very durable. Strata is beautiful. Yeah, it looks awesome. Those dinos look amazing. Definitely getting that one. I know you have this little slogan, Greg. I like trike. I know Brad just super excited for the Ceratosaurus. He'd be super excited for a Spinosaurus. I can tell you that. I think we all know that. Sarah, how many Sarahs do you think are on this island? This trike is second best next to the Kenner one. Absolutely. It is. And I look up at it because I have to admire it. It's like a thing of beauty. I still remember the day I went to Walmart. I think I was 8 or so. And I still remember going and buying it. My grandmother chipped in like $7 so that I could get it. I love it. I still have the box. Still got the dino damage. There's a little bit of paint wear on the horns, but it's not so bad. It's not so bad. I took really good care of my stuff. The Triceratops looks good from the side. Yeah, totally. That's the best angle, I think, is the profile view. I think because it looks like it's smirking is what makes it a little silly. Yeah, I think that's what it is too. It looks almost like it looks happy. Or I was like, it's like a happy Triceratops. People at Mattel are definitely watching Ted Brothers' videos for paint inspiration. Yeah, I bet they are. Big Bad Toy Store as well. They do carry the Hammond Collection there. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug. It sure is. It is a very, I don't think that most people beyond us and, collectors and stuff really understand the power of nostalgia. It's like It's a gripping force. It's an invisible force. But once it has you in its clutches, there's no escaping nostalgia. It's what they should have done with Amber Collection. That seems a little more cohesive. One human figure per wave. I agree. What I think really works about the Hammond Collection versus the Amber Collection is the fact that the price points they have two dedicated price points for the most part. They have the smaller human / dinos, and then they have the bigger dinos. I think one of the things that hurt the Amber Collection was the fact that they had those two different SKUs for the humans and then one for the dinosaurs, which weren't even big dinosaurs. They're smaller dinos. I think that really hurt the Amber Collection, to be honest. Rest in peace, Amber Collection. Happy to see there are more 3¾ inch Jurassic, for sure. I hope the Hammond Collection Dilophosaurus is the one we've always wanted. I hope so too. We really need it. Alberto, hola, un gran saludo. Hello. Alberto, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué tal? Pico B1, did you ever get the count of how many dinos you have in your collection? I have no idea. I should have, if I would have started like a spreadsheet, like on day one of the Mattel Jurassic line and maintained it, then I could probably tell you, but I kind of don't even want to know. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. Like a lot. So good stuff. What else do I have to show you guys here? I know I posted this on Instagram maybe a couple weeks ago, but I did get Rey's Force Effects lightsaber. Or actually, it came in a long time ago, like in February or something, and I just barely got around to opening it like a couple weeks ago. But look at the hilt on this. This hilt's really cool. The hilt is really, really cool. It's really heavy. Like this is one of the heaviest like Force Effects lightsabers, but it's just really, really stunning. Really, really stunning. The blade does come out. You can take off this part and the blade comes out. You can just have it as a lightsaber hilt. These little things, these little teeth or whatever you want to call them, fold down. So you could wear it on your belt if you wanted to, and it has a display base. Of course, I leave the blade in these when I can because they're pretty awesome with the blade. Like, check it out. It's cool. It's really well made. It is one of the best elite Force effects that Hasbro's come out with. What I really appreciate about it is how the lights, like if you watch the end of the movie when she ignites this, like you'll see that it's like blue and green before it turns yellow. I don't know how that really works. Like in the Star Wars world, I don't know how that works, but I think that's one of the cool things about how they recreated it here. And it also, you ignite it the same exact way Rey does in the movie. You turn this little thing here. I love how you can see the blade through the little windows right there. Yeah, it's really nice. It also has this little like blaster bolt deflection. I love it. Like, this might be my favorite Force Effects Elite that I picked up. And I think I have all of the Elites. But, like, this one is really badass. I really, really appreciate this one. Like, again, I just can't help. I love turning it on and off because I just love, like, how the thing switches. And I love how the colors, like, change. It's just really, really, really cool. It's really cool. It's an awesome piece. Yeah, lightsabers are awesome. I really like it. It's the stuff makes me happy. What can I say? What can I say? It's Friday night. I feel pretty good. I got my new toys that I'm playing with and adulting, right? Got my new toys and I'm just hanging out with you guys. Awesome crowd, awesome group of people here. Do any of you guys have the Force Effects lightsabers or any of the lightsabers? Let me know if you do. Let me know what you have. I know they're coming out with the Princess Leia lightsaber next, and then they're coming out with the Obi-Wan from the new Kenobi series. I think in January next year or December or something. So I'm excited for that one too. I'm stoked. There's a lot of cool stuff coming. Kenobi's going to be awesome. Imagine if they made like other lightsabers too. Like, I mean, there's so many cool designs in Star Wars, right? They could do anything they wanted. I'm tempted to just pick it up and start playing with it again because I love playing. I love it. It's so cool. Yeah. So I have been working on the collection room, just kind of trying to tidy it up, organize it a little bit better. So I haven't really changed what's on the shelves per se, but I've just been trying to like tidy it up and make it a little more organized that it's actually kind of presentable. I don't have a ton of space to work with, so I do my best with the limited space that I do have. And I do have areas off camera that I have where there's shelves and detops and stuff. Yeah, it's a good time when you can just get in and actually, work in the collection room. That's what I like to do. I love to do that. Makes you think she used both Luke and Leia's crystals to make hers. Oh yeah, that's actually, Jason, I hadn't thought about that because she buried the sabers. Did she take the crystals out before she buried the sabers? We don't know. They didn't tell us that in the movie. That's a really good point. I hadn't even thought about that. Now I want to see Victorian or Disney Plus. Yes, sign me up, Disney. I'm not really available because I'm very busy, but in my limited spare time, I can totally shoot a Disney Plus series. Why not? I'd have, just give me a cameo in one of these shows. Like you can just have me like in the background where I'm not really recognizable, or you can have me like wearing a helmet. Nobody knows it's me, but come on, put me in Star Wars. Put me in Star Wars, please. Somehow, some way. Yeah, super cool. I would love to have a Bo-Katan helmet. No lightsabers in my collection. So that is coming. The Bo-Katan helmet Black Series. That went up for pre-order a couple months ago. That is coming. You can get that at some point. It will be coming. I pre-ordered. I love the helmets. I don't have all of them, but I do have some of them, and they're cool. They're super cool. I got the Luke Legacy Saber from Galaxy's Edge, but that's it. I want that one. The Return of the Jedi one, right? So I really like what they did there because they made it with the removable emitter, I guess, and that way you can have it looking like the prop, or you can put in the blade and you have the thicker emitter to accommodate the blade. I like how they did that, and I think Hasbro is doing that too with the upcoming Obi-Wan saber. So I can't wait for Hasbro to do a Luke Return of the Jedi saber. That's the one I'm waiting for. But yeah, that's a good one, Milky Way Skywalker. I think the only one I have from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is for the Legacy sabers. The only one that I have is the Rey one, not this one, but the one she had at the beginning of the movie, the Skywalker lightsaber with the after she repaired it. It's got like the leather band on it and all that. It's really cool too. Not as cool as this one, but it's really cool too. If you're not in a cantina scene, it'd be a crime. Yeah, put me in a cantina scene. I'll be the bartender. Yeah, why not? I'll do that. That's something I like to do in real life. So I could totally do that. I could totally do that. I can make my Mando mule or something. Yep, I have the Rey lightsaber and Leia and Obi-Wan on pre-order. Very nice, Mary. Aren't they great? Aren't they great? Paul, I still want to pick up the dark saber. I love the dark saber. It's great. It's great. I'm glad I got it when I did. I pre-ordered it like, gosh, it's probably been a year at this point. And then it came in like last October or something like that, September. But I'm glad I got it and you know what's funny? It still has a charge. I only charged it one time. If I were to go to the other room and bring it back, you guys would see that it would turn on just normally. It would turn on just fine. Like the battery, it's a rechargeable battery, and it still has held the charge since October, whenever it was. Pretty impressive. But yeah, I'm glad I got it when I did because I think they raised the price on it. So yeah, everything's going up. Crazy. Finally got an Anakin Power of the Force coin from 85 a few days ago. Oh, nice. 2 more in the classic collection is complete. Oh, that's awesome, Pico B1. Congrats on that. That is quite an accomplishment for sure. Mark, how's it going? I have both Luke's green lightsaber and Galaxy's Edge and FX and Galaxy's Edge, both versions of Ahsoka Tano sabers. I think I'm around 16. Very nice. I wish I had Ahsoka's the white bladed ones from Galaxy's Edge. I don't have those. And I know that they went on sale from Shop Disney a few weeks ago, or May the 4th, and they sold out like that. So I didn't get them. I would have otherwise. Most recent was a Darksaber. Very nice. What do you think of the 4-pack of Amazon of the Bad Batch? Yeah, so I do have it. And, thanks to one of our Cantina Chatter podcast contributors, Tom, I was able to get some extra sets that he sent my way. And yeah, no, that was super, they're neat. It's a little frustrating because those were put on pre-order, gosh, almost a year ago. And that's all we have still from the Bad Batch. Like, I don't love the Bad Batch so far. I do like it. I do like it a little bit. But I don't know if they're going to be in a hurry to make all 4 of the Bad Batch like main characters, and then that's not even counting Omega. The 4-pack is weird because it was something they could really easily do, just repainting existing sculpts. So there wasn't a whole lot of investment that went into that. So I mean, they're okay, but I don't really have a whole lot of use for them just on their own. Like the clones, I can kind of filter into other clone displays, so not a big deal. But it's we have the Bad Batch, but we don't have the Bad Batch, I guess is what I'm trying to say, and that's a little unusual. All you folks wandering around with all these lightsabers thinking you're General Grievous. Yep, we sure are. We sure are. General Kenobi. We need the real Bad Batch characters. Yes. Yeah, if they're going to, again, I don't love the Bad Batch. So I'm not really personally in a hurry to get those characters as figures. But, I mean, we have them in Black Series, but for vintage, I'd rather them do other things that are more important to me personally, like more Cantina aliens, more Jabba's Palace aliens, more Solo characters, more Rogue One characters, more Clone Wars stuff. I'd rather see that before they do the Bad Batch. But now that they've kind of given us a taste of the Bad Batch without actually giving us the Bad Batch, I kind of feel like they kind of have to make them at some point. I will wait for a better version of Ahsoka's white blades. The hilts are way too thick. Yeah, if they did that and came out with, like if Hasbro did an Elite but did both blades, like I know they didn't do this with her last saber, but if they did both of the hilts, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I don't know if Hasbro would ever do that though. We'll probably get the BB TVC when season 2 drops. Yeah, we might, or get an announcement. Could be. Could very well be. I have a friend down here somewhere, and I don't know where she went. Oh, she's in her bed asleep. Last week, my friend, my pet, my doggy was underneath my desk the whole time I was doing the live stream for 2 hours almost, and she didn't make a peep. And she's under there right now again, and she's asleep. She just got up, and then she went back to her bed. Yeah, the Tonica sisters in TVC and TBS. Like, why not both? Why not both? Especially TVC, because that's where we have all those Cantina aliens, right? I have them up there. I know you can't really see them. They're right in here. I have, how many Cantina aliens are there? They probably made like 30 of them. Like, and the Tonica sisters are 2 of the more prominent ones, and they haven't made them. So we definitely need the Tonicas. Time for Tonica. Sign the petition if you haven't already. So what else, you guys? What else? Jurassic reveals. There was some Marvel Legends stuff, which I used to buy Marvel Legends more than I do now. It's just I've kind of had to like rein it in and focus a little bit more on the things that I'm especially passionate about, Star Wars and Jurassic. But there are some pre-orders that went up. We need more Ghostbusters. Oh, that's one thing that I did order. So I'm not really a Lego person. I'm not really a Playmobil person. But I did buy some of the Playmobil Ghostbuster stuff a few years back, like the Firehouse, the Ecto-1, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, some of the main characters. But the one that was really hard to get because they didn't make many of them was the Ecto-1A, which is the one from Ghostbusters 2. And I don't know what happened, but they just put a Playmobil directly on their website, just put up in stock a few days ago, the Ecto-1A. I don't know if they had extra ones sitting around or if they made another production run, but they did list them on their website. So I ordered one. I like the Ecto-1A. I think it's a lot of fun. And Playmobil one that they did especially is just, if you haven't seen the Playmobil Ecto-1A, not the Ecto-1, the Ecto-1A, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Playmobil personally or Lego. I mean, I like them. I just don't really buy them because I have other focuses. But they've done an amazing job with the Ecto-1A. It's amazing. It's a few years old now, but the fact that it just went back in stock is cool. Antonica for the retro collection. Yeah, do it. Why not? Do all of them. Greetings, Earthlings. Hello, Transformers. How you talk raw? How are you doing? Thank you for joining us. Is there an imaging issue with the twins? So I actually did a video on this last year, I think about a year ago. And there were a lot of, so I kind of got to go back to the beginning to even tell this story. Yeah, so in short, one of the sisters, played by Christine Hewitt, one of the Tonica sisters, the actress passed, I think, in 2007 or something. And she did sign her likeness to be used in merchandising. The thing is, when they made A New Hope, they had everybody sign a release so that they could use their image in promotion, use their image in products, stuff like that. The thing is that over the course of 40 years has Lucasfilm misplaced a lot of these signed releases. So they had to go back and pursue a lot of these actors and get signatures so that they could then make merchandise of them. Christine Hewitt, one of the Tonica sisters, did sign the release granting Lucasfilm the rights to use her likeness. But the other sister, played by Angela Staines, did not. For years there were rumors and nothing definitive about why, what was going on. All we know is that Hasbro would say, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But they never said really why. Through a lot of investigative research and a lot of hard work, I was able to track down Angela Staines. And I did an interview with her on Cantina Chatter podcast in 2017, 5 years ago. And she explained the whole situation. She explained that, yes, they did come back and ask for a signature, but she did not want to sign at the time because she thought, if she signed, well, one, they weren't paying her anything to sign. And two, they wanted to make a figure, but she would have to go and buy the figure. They wouldn't even give her like a free onesie, like one sample. So she had to go back, and she went back and forth with them, and ultimately they decided it wasn't worth the trouble, and that's why we have no Tonica sisters at this point. Why they haven't made the other one, I think it's because they're kind of like twin sisters almost. So I think that if you make one, that just opens up another can of worms. So I think that's probably why they're still they haven't touched them at all in any capacity, have never mentioned them outright in any capacity. I re-interviewed Angela last year on the Vintage Collection podcast, and she assured that she's ready to sign. She wants her figure to be made. She's ready to just put it all behind her and have signed the release at Lucasfilm. And I created the Time Britannica petition last year, and it's got nearly 1,500 signatures. Very successful, most successful petition of its kind to get a Star Wars figure produced of one singular character. And you can sign it on change.org if you'd like to lend your support. But they've still taken no action. Hasbro is aware of this whole thing. They're aware that Angela is ready to sign. They're aware that this petition exists. And Lucasfilm is also aware, but the issue is that Lucasfilm hasn't moved on it, I believe. I think that's where the holdup is. So we could very easily have Tanaka's sister figures at this point if Lucasfilm was more proactive and they went ahead and signed Angela at this stage. But as of yet, I stay in touch with her. She hasn't gotten anything from them. She hasn't been contacted. So yeah, we're still here waiting for Tanaka's, and sign the petition. I think that's going to be the best thing we can do is like a grassroots effort as fans and collectors to get that happening. So we keep trying, and we'll keep pushing for it. Time for Tanika. It's got to happen. None of these actors from A New Hope are getting any younger, and I think when they've contributed something to something that is so culturally relevant and so significant to entertainment history, especially from those classic films, that those people, they deserve a little more recognition than they get. And that's why I do seek out people such as who we've interviewed here on the show. We've interviewed Pam, who played the Pam Rose, who played the Lisa Serlin. We've had others who have played minor characters in the Cantina, like Laurie Good. He played 3 roles in the original film. I think that it's these like lesser known actors that are kind of just behind the scenes. Some were wearing costumes. You didn't really get to see them. I think, they're they're like the unspoken heroes of Star Wars, because they had such a big hand in making it what it is, and yet their roles aren't really recognized a whole lot. So I think that characters like that, definitely deserve to be celebrated. And I think one way to do that is to do it in a way that also honors the fans and all that time that they have been loving and appreciating these films. And that would be through, giving us the Tanika sister figures. It's time for Tanika. So let's hope that it happens for sure. Transformers, thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks for the whole content over the years. I've enjoyed it. I'm so glad. I wish I had time to create more content than I do. Just super, super busy, work full time, go to school full time. But certainly appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much for that and for your kind words. All right, let's see what else is going on here, guys. You think the no plastic reveal is happening at Celebration? It might. It might. I have heard, the scuttlebutt from behind the scenes, stuff that's going on, stuff that I cannot speak to, but possibly. I don't know for sure one way or the other at all, but it's happening. That's for sure. That is for sure. Are you making the video of the 4-pack? Nah, I'm not going to do that. I don't really do reviews so, VC started off mostly as doing reviews, and that was in 2013. Back then, there were only a handful of YouTubers making Star Wars toy reviews. We had like Denobi, we had Steve Cord on Skywalker, we had Darth Phoenix, we had a handful of people. We had Steve, Sith Lord 2229. We had like Commander Bakara. I mean, just a few people that were making Star Wars action figure videos. And, I got in on that because I had a collection and it was a good size. And I'm like, hey, I could do that too. So I started doing that. But over the years, like so many other people, like compared to now, like compared to back then, it's just like night and day, the amount of people doing reviews. So that's kind of why I don't do reviews anymore, because that ground is so well covered. And I feel like I can use my voice better in other ways than just doing a review. I mean, I like doing reviews, and I think that, you know, reviews are of varying quality. All you have to do is search for something on YouTube and you'll see that for yourself. And I like a high quality, thorough, detailed review that is filmed at a high level, that's got great sound, that has great lighting. You don't always get that with reviews, but I feel like I can contribute in other ways. So I haven't really done that so much anymore. Every now and then I will do a review, but that's that. No, I would never review that set, just because it's been reviewed many times at this point. And if I did it, probably would get like 100 views at this point, and it wouldn't really be worth it. So, if I do something, I barely have any free time. If I do something, I want to be confident that it's something people want to see. And I don't think that's something that would really get a lot of attention at this point. Playmobil puts out some surprisingly good sets. They really do. They really do a good job. The Lego Ecto one looked really nice. I have a feeling the packaging gets revealed at the end of summer, fall. Yeah, I don't think it'll be at Celebration. I really don't know, but I think it'll probably be later. I think, they may not even have like the final product nailed down. So may not be for some time. All right, gotta get rid of a couple of comments, some spam bots that we have here in the chat. Doing well. Trying to recall the last Black Series figure I purchased. I think it was the last Ahsoka. Great figure. Ahsoka is great. That's the last one I got too. And also the Death Watch Mandos. They're really great figures. The Rebel Briefing Room for Return of the Jedi would be a good HasLab for TVC. It would let it get us a super articulated Mon Mothma from the OT and a new General Medine and holo projector. And I think this stems from something Mark asked earlier. What would you like to see for a TVC HasLab? I like your idea, Eddie, and thanks for good to see you, Eddie. I feel like that wouldn't be my top choice. I think that we have to look at the formula Hasbro has used up to now to see what has worked. The sail barge worked. It was something that fans wanted for a long time. It's an original trilogy playset. And the Mandalorian, that one's current entertainment. So I think the pattern they've established so far is that the things they're going to do are either going to be from current media and relevant, or they're going to be from the original trilogy, something that people have been asking for a long time. And I see that being either the Death Star or the Cantina. I see the next HasLab, Vintage Collection HasLab, I should specify, being either one of those two things. I really think it's going to be one of those two things when they finally announce it. Action figure expert, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. I know I've been a dead horse to death, but I still wish they'd expand retro collection to include vehicles or play sets. Yeah, I know I've said this before too, Greg. I'm good with that. Yeah, I mean, some of the vehicles they do today are based off the vintage molds, so that's cool and all. But yeah, so I don't know that I really need to see the playsets, or the playsets maybe, but the vehicles, no, not really. If they did like an Ewok village playset, I think I'd have to buy that. If they did like a Dagobah playset, I think I'd have to buy that. But the vehicles, I don't think I would need those so much. Elstree 76 is a great documentary. It sure is, really good documentary. And some of the people that I've said that I've interviewed are in Elstree 76, like Pam Rose. Is definitely in there. Really good documentary. And I would also say The Empire Strikes Door by my friend Jamie Stangroom, who was on the show a couple of months ago, is a good documentary too, because even though it's not focused so much, it is focused on, it's filmed in London, and it is focused around actors from A New Hope. One of which was on Cantina Chapter podcast. And that's a really good documentary. It's a lot of fun. Jamie's just incredible at everything he does. Yeah. But yeah, I love S376 as well. Norman, so good seeing you again. I'll do my best to keep up. I'm in school too. Cool. Good night, Norman. Thank you for stopping by. Mike, how's it going? Don't the Beagles and places technically work for the retro collection at the same scale? Yeah, they do. So I mean that's another reason I wouldn't want to see retro collection dedicated. Like, I think what Greg is, and Greg can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what he means is just like straight up reissues of the vintage vehicles. And like I said, they've reissued the vintage vehicles in the modern line so many, many times. The Millennium Falcon, the X-Wing, the TIE Fighter, the Snowspeeder, the A-Wing, the B-Wing, the Y-Wing. Like, I don't think they really need to go there anymore. TIE Interceptor, like they've done it so many times. I don't think they really need to bring them back anymore. They've just done it over and over, even though they're technically not identical because the paint's different. They have retooled some of these over the years. I don't think they need to come back. I think there's plenty of them out there if you do want those, even though they're not branded under retro collection. The no plastic thing might make retro either a very different or type of packaged product, or it'll be an exemption from the corporate mandate. And if retro is excluded, TVC would likely as well. No, it'll affect retro collection too. It'll definitely affect retro collection too. Yeah, I wish that wasn't the case, but that's all I can really say. It's going to affect both. Tough question. Do you think long-time carded collectors are going to bow out because whatever box they are cooking up won't be cohesive with TVC? Yes. And there is data to back this up. My friend John Miko at the Vintage Collection Facebook group, which has 20-some thousand members, they were polled, and the data showed that they would not buy as many figures largely. The same thing was done by SWTVC on Instagram. And same thing. The polling shows that if you change the package, that sales are going to drop possibly up to 40%. And the reason for that is that with TVC, collectors often buy one to open and one to keep packaged. And if you change the aesthetic to something that's unappealing, or something that's no longer the vintage collection, or to something that's something else entirely, you no longer have that reason there, that motive for buying that extra figure. So if people, not everybody's going to do that. Of course, there will always be carded collectors. There will always be people who buy both. But assuming that even a third of those stop collecting half of what they're collecting, that is pretty catastrophic for a line that is already pretty small, and for a line that is already a bit niche. So yeah, it would be it'd be, quite frankly, it'd be disastrous if they change the packaging. And I know I've been talking about this topic week in and week out lately, but it is an important topic to discuss. And yeah, the data does show that it would have a huge negative impact on TVC. So that's why we hope that, hope isn't good enough, because the change is gonna happen sooner or later. But we can hope that at least they put it off long enough to where, we can still keep getting the original 96. We can keep getting stuff that is really important to TVC collectors before they do change it up. I thought I saw a shadow back there or something. Maybe it was my imagination. I would like to see a sandcrawler for TVC. Yeah, I'm happy with this one right here. I know it's itty bitty. And again, speaking to Greg's point from earlier, that one is based off the vintage mold. And this one came out in 2004. It was a previews exclusive. I think it was sold through Hot Topic, believe it or not. And I'm happy with it. I know that Disney makes their own version that's bigger and motorized and everything. But I'm pretty happy with this one. If they did another one, HasLab, sure, I would buy it, of course. But the thing with HasLab is that it's harder and harder and harder to display these huge vehicles because of space. Figures aren't so bad, but vehicles can be very hard to have room for. Big ones especially. I was actually introduced to your channel through your reviews, which I found much more relaxed and much more love into what you review. So thank you. Yeah, that's how we started. And I appreciate that. If there was more of a need for me to do reviews, then I'd probably commit more time to that. But again, I feel like I can contribute in other ways at this point. And it's really well covered. There's lots of people doing reviews now. TVC Naboo Fighter, either the 2012 paint-apps based on episode 1 or the mended version of Book of Boba Fett, but a TVC box Naboo Fighter is a no-brainer. Either one of those would be awesome, Eddie. I love the one they did in 2012 for the Phantom Menace 3D release. It's really long. It's a really nice size. Sculpting is great. It could use a little more. I mean, it doesn't really need weathering because in Phantom Menace, they were really like sparkly, brand new, clean off the assembly line. So I don't think it really needs weathering. But yeah, I think a reissue is needed for that one. It wasn't released in high numbers. And also, yeah, the Mando one is going to happen for sure. I don't think that needs to be a HasLab either. It's not that big like the Razor Crest. I think that'll happen, but we're going to be paying $120 for it at least when it does. I think the Cantina would be the best bet considering how many times they have revisited that place through the years from original trilogy to the Mandalorian, as well as possible visits in Kenobi. For sure. I do think that the Cantina is a really good candidate for a HasLab. That and the Death Star. Yeah, those are the two. It just kind of depends. What are they going to do first? I don't know. Jacob, how you doing? Good to see you. I know Victoria loves it when I keep saying this, but we need a Gungan sub. If you'd like to see a Gungan sub, let me know in the comments. I know Greg is passionate about this one. I don't need a Gungan sub personally, but I'm happy to support whatever other fans and collectors want. Pico B1, oh man, the Disney Sandcrawler is awesome, but I too would love a big one for HasLab. Yeah, it would be cool, no doubt. No doubt, it would be cool. Especially if it was as, like sizable and big, like, because even the Disney one is big, but it's not nearly as big as it should be. So that would be cool. Sandcrawler would be good for HasLab. Awesome. I think that happens. What happens is that the figure review channels are forced to buy from Asia early. So that's another thing, Milky Way Skywalker. That's a really good point. That's another reason why I quit doing reviews, mostly. There's this drive and this need to be first. It doesn't matter what it is, breaking the news, publishing a toy review, whatever. And that's not me. That's never been me. If I can get something first just because I get lucky at finding it at the store or getting a pre-order in early and I'm able to contribute a review that way, then cool. But I'm never going to pay triple the price of something to get it first from Asia. I'm never going to do that. Other content creators do that. I don't judge them for it. That's just not me. I would never do that personally because A, that's expensive, and B, like, YouTube doesn't really pay much at all. So like you would never make that money back, just to be first. Like you could have the very first review right now of the vintage collection. I don't know. Figure and Dan, let's say, as an example. Is it going to matter a year from now when at that point there's 100 reviews of that figure on YouTube? No. I've always been more of a proponent of the quality of the review. That's always been what I appreciate about a good review is the quality. Is the review, if I'm making a review, it would have to be the kind of review that I would want to personally see, a very thorough and detailed review. But yeah, I would never, again, no, I'm not throwing shade at anybody that does this because I whatever makes people happy, right? If that's what makes you happy, all right, fine, good for you. But I would never personally pay triple the price to get a figure from Asia early just to be the first to review it. I think that's bonkers. And that's not me. I personally can live without another HasLab. HasLab? Yeah, I mean, there's going to be more HasLabs of all kinds, I think. But I think what makes the HasLab an interesting beast and kind of unique is and difficult for collectors is they're awesome, but they're very hard to display because they're big. and they take up a lot of shelf space. And if you're already like a serious collector, you're probably not going to really have shelf space. You're going to have to give something else up or put something else in storage in order to get the new thing on the shelf. So they can be great. You know, the HasLabs are great, right? The vintage collection ones are great anyway. But I don't need like a huge vehicle, like any more huge vehicles, I would say. I'm happy with what I have. I have more than enough vehicles, to be honest. I think right now I'd prefer to have play sets. The Cantina, the Death Star, which, you know, I know the Death Star is a vehicle technically. Stuff like that. The Star Destroyer bridge would be cool. The Emperor's Throne Room would be cool. All that stuff would be cool. If a HasLab Sandcrawler is made, you can use an OG trilogy display or Mandalorian display. That is true. Same with the Mos Eisley Cantina. It can be either one. Same with Jabba's Palace. It can be Return of the Jedi. It can be Clone Wars. It can be Book of Boba Fett. And I think those are some of the best play sets because they give you have options. Well, cool. I think we got through all the questions. What else, you guys? What else are you guys up to? Anyone else going to Celebration? I know Milky Way Skywalker is going to be there. Anyone else going to be there? I can't wait for Celebration. Like I said earlier, I need it. I'm stoked for it, and I'm only going for one day because I have to work. But you know, thankfully, it's only like an hour and a half drive, so I'm stoked. It'll be really cool to see everybody. Who knows who I'll run into? You never know. You never know. It's funny. These conventions are so big and there's thousands and thousands of people, but I always see people that I know. Always, every time. It's I find them or they find me, and it's always super cool to see them. But yeah, I'm excited. I think Hasbro is going to ease back on HasLab for the time being because of price hikes and the triple whammy backlash from the holidays. Yeah, could be. Ewok Village, Battlefront, or Combo. Let's go. That'd be cool. That would be cool. Alex, awesome. Well, hope to see you there. Mike, awesome. You'll be there 3 days out of 4. Awesome. That would be cool. Hope to see you there too. Jason, yeah, maybe 1 year, Jason, for sure. Eddie, I saw the Bear Chest Sid 3 3/4 inch and Malcolm with the environmental. Oh, I forgot to talk about that. Yeah, that is I think a Comic-Con exclusive, and I think I think they're selling it through Mattel Creations. But yeah, that is pretty cool. Do I need another Malcolm? I got plenty. But hey, this is kind of like an iconic moment, or it's become an iconic moment. In 1993, Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park was not iconic like he is now. That pose that we all know that's been in memes time and time again and GIFs time and time again was not what it wasn't in 1993 what it is now by any stretch. That's a more recent occurrence. So I can see why they're making that into a toy, that moment. I'm going to get it, of course. I hope I can get it anyway. But yeah, that wasn't anything like that. That was never as big as it is now. Me and my boss are going to stream it while that we work. Doesn't get better than that. Very cool. It's awesome that your boss is able to do that or let you do that or do that together, especially. You never know who you're getting a hot dog next to. Yeah, you never know. I hope that not that I'm planning to order hot dogs at Celebration, but you never know. Will you be dressing up? Nope. I don't really dress up. If I do, it's very, very, very mild. I will not be dressing up. I'll probably be wearing what I normally do, which is usually black. But maybe a VC t-shirt or something. I don't know. But I'm not dressing up as a character. I'm not dressed. I don't even know what I would dress up as. Like, I don't even know what I could possibly go as in Star Wars. Are there any platinum blonde Star Wars characters? I don't know. I wish Diego Luna was going. Only one I wanted to meet in person. That'd be cool. That would be cool. I like Diego Luna. He's handsome. The Rancor was such a thudding failure. I imagine Star Wars HasLabs are going to be a very quiet thing for a while. The Rancor's crash and burn was not helpful to HasLabs for the license. So no comment about when the next one is coming, but maybe sooner than we think. Satine is, oh, that's true. I really hope that Hasbro doesn't go back to doing Comic-Con exclusives. I really want them to enjoy them moving to PulseCon and getting them on their site. Yeah, I agree with that. I hate convention exclusives. So on one hand, I do appreciate exclusives in the sense that it's not easy to attend Comic-Con or Celebration or whatever. There's a lot of work that goes into it. There's a lot of traveling. There's a lot of planning. There's a lot of fighting with other people, dealing with crowds, exposing yourselves to people's germs, waiting in long lines for the bathroom. There's all kinds of conventions are not glamorous at all. No matter what anybody tells you, they're not glamorous at all. They're very difficult. So I do appreciate that Hasbro or whatever company occasionally does throw those people a bone because of how all the things they have to deal with to attend the convention, how hard it is to get a ticket, to get a lottery and all that stuff. But they are also a lot of trouble. They sell out. You can be there early in the morning. You can still have to wait in line for hours and still not be guaranteed you're going to get whatever it is. They need to come up with a better system. And, I'd rather them keep doing it online. I don't mind if they're available at the convention first and then they put them online later. I think that's what Hasbro normally does anyway, but they're very hard to secure. I appreciate people being there, at least having an opportunity to get something unique and maybe get something early. But I think casting as wide a net as possible is probably a little bit of a better thing for Hasbro or whatever company. Hot place that would be cool with Cannon. Yeah, that would be cool. Friend ordered us the Old Republic Trooper repacks and they dropped in Disney Store on Monday. They arrived yesterday. Hasbro itself couldn't get them out in a year. Disney Store did in 3 days. Very nice. They haven't fulfilled my pre-orders on those yet. I pre-ordered the Republic Trooper and I still don't have it. Womp. Did you see the Celebration exclusive Yak Face was posting? It has a Razor Crest silhouette. What's up with that? Yeah, I don't know what that is. It could be anything. I don't know if it's going to be Hasbro or, yeah, I don't know. I'm really not sure. Hopefully we get more information soon. Like I said earlier, Celebration's a week away. So as far as what exclusives Hasbro may or may not do, probably would have already been announced. So they haven't said anything at this point. That's why I chose to spend a small fortune and go to Disney World and the Star Cruiser Hotel. It just seems like it's more immersive and less germy. There you go. Good for you, 17.2 note. And thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, whatever makes you happy. It's Star Wars and yeah, there's I know Comic-Con is going to require masks and stuff, even if you're vaccinated. I'm not quite sure about Celebration. I haven't really had the time to read up on it. I've been so busy, but, yeah, there are a lot of, even when it's not even before the pandemic, I would have, lots of germs at conventions, lots of people. I know at I don't know if it'll be like this year, but at Comic-Con, I know I've being in the exhibit halls and you're just trying to get around. It could take 10 minutes to walk 50 feet because you're just sandwiched between all these people. I hope it's not like that this year, but as the day goes on, it gets busier and busier and harder to move around. That's why I usually try and get there early as possible. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. That way I can get in, get my photos, do my videos, interview whoever I'm interviewing, and then try and enjoy the rest of the day and then leave by 2, because it just after by that time and after, it's just insane. It's super hard to move around at that point. All right. So sorry, Greg. I haven't seen anybody else say that they want vintage vintage repacked vehicles. I've been looking for you. I haven't seen anybody yet. Conflu has always been a thing, even pre-pandemic. Yeah, I've never personally gotten a cold from going to convention, but I can totally see it being a thing. I mean, I can totally see people getting sick, or I mean, they're just so there's so many people and they're coming from all over the world. And I mean, yeah, of course, everybody's sharing the same air and touching the same things and trying to shove each other to get a good look at, whatever. But, sometimes you get lucky. You don't even have to like pursue things. I remember it might have been the last time. It was whatever Comic-Con was before Justice League came out. And I remember like looking right next to me and Jason Momoa was right there and he was tall. I was like, whoa. But it was crazy. Like that's what I mean. You never know. Like you don't even have to always seek people out. Sometimes they just find you. Like I just like looked over next to me and he was there wearing like a white suit. I was like, whoa. So other than that, what else has come out this week? Got Ahsoka, got some clone troopers, got the Umbara Black Series trooper. That's kind of been about it. And I just realized my friend over here is trying to escape. Well, the door is locked, so unfortunately she's trapped here for a little bit longer. Hi. Say hi. Say hello. Say hello to everybody. I'll let you on just a second. I'm almost done, good girl. Yeah, that's a good point too, Peak Obi-Wan. Your voice, yeah, like you're just absolutely drained after convention, physically, mentally, emotionally. Usually what I do afterward is I'll come like for Comic-Con because it's like 20 minutes away. I'll come home and then I'll go to sleep. I'll shower and then I'll go to sleep. It's usually what'll happen. The videos, all that stuff, the editing can wait till later. But as soon as I get home from Comic-Con, well, usually I'll eat, then I'll shower and I'll go to sleep because I'm just exhausted. It's an exhausting day for sure. The funny thing that things happen with a Black Series exclusive, the Target Antoc-Merrick we're supposed to get out for Black Friday and has been found at least 2 Walgreens stores. Isn't that weird? Eddie, that is so weird. We've been waiting forever for that one and for Antoc-Merrick. And Antoc-Merrick and Galen Urso. And they're coming out in Canada. They're being found at Walgreens. It's bizarre. It is super bizarre. Like, what is going on with that? I don't know. Just I know we keep talking about the backlog and all that stuff, the ports. Okay, so I have firsthand knowledge, first-person experience that the ports are not backed up the way they were before. And I know this because I flew right over Long Beach Harbor last Saturday, like in a little plane, like right over it, like 6,000 feet over it. And I looked down purposefully to see how many cargo ships were there, and I counted 3. I counted 3 ships, and I think only one of them was like loaded with cargo. So these companies can't keep using the excuse of the cargo ships because I saw firsthand that there's not very many cargo ships out there. I think whatever backlogs are occurring are probably more to do with trucking industry, more to do with the logistics of not having enough people to transport domestically. So I don't know if that's what the issue is, but the ports are not backed up. At least Long Beach port is. I can't speak for the other ones, but at least that one, which I know that one is the biggest one in the country. That one's not backed up. So I don't know. Is that? Yep, that is Ahsoka. So I did talk a little bit about her at the beginning of the stream. The reason I have her on here is well, first of all, she just came in and I just opened her up before the live stream. And the guest I was supposed to have here tonight, Aries from 6 Scale Cantina, was had a family emergency come up, so he was unable to make it this evening. So in his honor, I put the new Hot Toys Ahsoka right here. I haven't even had a chance to pose her or anything. But yeah, I'm very pleased with her. She looks awesome. Can't wait for Maul to come in, put them in there together, and have them duke it out. See who wins. Yeah, hit that like button, you guys, for sure. It definitely helps with whatever the weird YouTube algorithms are that I'll never understand or figure out. They deliver to the highest bidder, and people who can pay the most money watch someone from Canada walking through Toys R Us. It's shocking. This I have heard. This was, you know, who said this was Nerd Zoic when he was on the show a month ago or so. Yeah, he told, I think, sometime in April he was on the show, and he said that that's what happens. People will pay higher. They will bid against other people to get their stuff first. But I don't know if that's still the case because, like I said, the ports are not backed up. The Long Beach port's not backed up. But I think it's more domestic transportation at this point. My mom's preparing to ship, and Ahsoka is scheduled for Thanksgiving June 5th. Very cool. So you're going to get both of them around the same time then. Very, very, very cool. Yeah, she looks great. I haven't really had a lot of time to spend with her yet, but I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with her. I did get another Hot Toys that came in earlier this week, but it's not, it was secondary market because it's an older one. But I'll probably show that next week. No, actually in 2 weeks. I won't be here next week. It won't be because of celebration. We won't be doing this. But I'll probably show it in 2 weeks. Show what that is. I hope I have a reason to. I may have a reason to. I'll still show it anyway. What the heck? Is she still available to purchase? I originally wanted to get it for my wife, but she stopped me. Yeah, she is. I think you may have to pre-order her. I don't know how long that's going to take. But yeah, you can definitely still get her. Definitely still get her. When it comes to Hot Toys, if it's a popular one, especially, like, get it while it's out, because if you don't, you're going to pay like a lot more later. A lot more later. I know this from firsthand experience. Once Hasbro stuff is manufactured, the retailer has a choice of picking up at the factory or picking it up at a Hasbro warehouse in the U.S. Usually, most domestic American companies will have it shipped to the U.S. Occasionally, like, and this is something Hasbro did do for a little bit, is they had things air shipped from the factories because of how backed up the ports were for a long time. I don't think they're still doing that, but they were doing it for a bit, like at the height of the pandemic. Yeah, it's usually usually they come on boats. Most stuff comes from the boats, from the ports. It'll be shipped over the. Oh, my friend went back to bed. Over the through the ocean, on the ocean. Well, very cool, you guys. So we've been going over an hour and a half. It's 9:51. I wouldn't want to keep you guys up on the East Coast super late, or if you're in any other time zone outside of that. Thank you for tuning in. Still having lots of fun here. I'm going to do this one more time because I couldn't help it earlier. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. It's been a blast. I love doing this on Friday night. Again, sending positive vibes to Aries who couldn't make it. Unfortunately, we'll definitely reconnect. He's been on the show before. We'll reconnect in the coming weeks. Always a blast with him. Be sure to check out 6 Scale Cantina. Links in the description to do that. And yeah, Celebration is next week. Obi-Wan is coming next week. There's a lot to look forward to. I'm really looking forward to seeing what announcements these companies will be putting forth, whether it's Hasbro, whether it's Hot Toys or whomever, what Star Wars announcements will be revealed at Star Wars Celebration. And of course, Obi-Wan next week is just super, super, super exciting. I'm stoked. Great. This is the biggest May for Star Wars since 2005, without a doubt. It's going to be a blast. And again, if you're coming by Celebration, we're doing the meetup. Thanks to Dano from the Dano channel. Big meetup we're doing with lots of content creators at 2 o'clock outside of the Anaheim Convention Center on Saturday. So come see us, come say hi. Don't be shy. Always like hanging out with everybody and meeting you guys in person is always a blast. So definitely come and check us out. And if not, I hope to run into you guys at the convention somehow, some way. You never know who you're going to run into. You never know. It's been fun. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for all the questions. Appreciate each and all of you. We have a great crowd as always. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. We'll be back at our regular time in 2 weeks at 7 o'clock. I know 8 o'clock was usually the normal time, and then we switched to 7. And this week we were going to do 8 because of our guest. But then, things happen. So we're flexible. We make it work. We're flexible. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Enjoy. Be safe. May the force be with you. And we'll catch you soon. Keep doing what you're doing. Be safe. Be well. May the force be with you, no matter where you're tuning in from out in the galaxy. Until next time. Bye-bye.